Hello guys, I'm Eclipse, and today I'm going to bring you guys something new. I obviously I play a lot of Dota, 1,859 games, and a couple of Smurfs. But I also watch a lot of Pro Dota, and I think I understand the metagames pretty well despite being terrible at this game. Ha ha ha, sorry. Anyway, um so I want to kind of bring a series where I just sort of talk about different things, mostly heroes, I suppose, in the metagame, and try and show you guys the way I see things. So let me know if you like it or not. Anyway, this is the start of a few introductory videos. I'm gonna go through all the heroes eventually, but first I kind of want to set up a bit of a understanding of the way I'm gonna be talking. Uh, I'm not gonna tell you guys what carries are. You should know what carries are. But basically, the way I see it, carries fall into four groups. This is the big thing that I want you guys to know for how I talk about it. So, group number one is going to be hero. Well, okay, before I go into that, actually, not all carries, in fact, almost no carries, are going to fit into one group. For the most part, they're going to be kind of spread out across different groups. They're like, generally, they all have one predominant group, and then after that, they're kind of partially parts of others, but we'll worry about that later. To start with, there are group one, the hyper farmers. Now, the hyper farmers are generally not heroes who have epic carry abilities. You think about a hero like Medusa, who has the ability to hit everyone and make everyone take more damage and be practically invincible. No, hyper farmers, their job, they're gonna get six slotted as fast as they possibly can, and then you're gonna end the game when they get their six slots generally. Like I said, Anti-Mage is probably the best example. Another good example is Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet doesn't even have any passives to help him carry. His job is just get farmed as fast as possible, go end. So basically, what these carries are gonna like the way these carries work is their power spikes. Obviously, it differs from hero to hero, but for the most part, somewhere between 30 and 50 minutes, they get their six slots and they're at their peak. This is their big power spike. This is when the team is gonna try and end the game, if they have one of these carries. And after this power spike, they generally fall off. Some harder than others. Anti-Mage is actually a really good example of this. A lot of people think Anti-Mage is a good late game carry. He's really not. You think about SFZ versus C9. Anti-Mage just does not do a ton in the ultra late game. Like, once everyone's six slotted, he's not very strong. Most carries are going to be a lot stronger than him. Anyway, same with Nature's Prophet, right? So anyway, those are your hyper farmers. Your second group, your kind of snowball carries. This generally has been dominated by Slark recently. Uh, some other examples: Clinks, Weaver, kind of TA, kind of Storm, I suppose too. Anyway, these guys are generally not going to be able to farm extremely fast in the jungle, and especially in the early game. These guys, like you think about, like I said, these three Slark, Weaver, Clinks, they can't move into the jungle very early. Generally, probably going to see Midas in order to help them keep up in the pro. But these guys get a lot of their money from killing. They have to kill in order to keep up. Uh, so generally, they have the tools to, well, kill. You think about Clink, Skeleton Lock, Searing Arrows, Strafe, Dark Pact Pounce, Shikuchi, Bugs, Geminate. It's all basically about killing. They also often have escapes too, because it's really not very helpful when if you kill someone if you just die after. So anyway, and these power spikes are really varying from hero to hero. It's really impossible to say for the most part, just as a general group. But yeah, they're basically going to keep up. And the way they also work is snowball carries, they're going to put pressure on the other team. They're going to stop the other team from. They're generally going to make the team farm less efficiently in an effort to stay alive, in an effort to kill them, in an effort to not die to them. And they're going to really stifle the farm of the other team because of that. You think like supports having to buy detection. You think, you know, uh, like especially like if these guys are picking off your carry too, that's gonna set him back. So basically, these guys are gonna get in the lead and stay ahead by pressuring the other team and by getting kills. Anyway, next you got your kind of pushers, and the pushers are kind of an interesting category because they kind of fall in two different subcategories, I suppose. Anyway, one is your hardcore split push. Think about Lycan, Troll, just destroying towers in fucking seconds. Uh, and these two groups are interchangeable also. That's why they kind of fit the same way. You could use a Lycan for the other way, which is kind of the 6.81 death ball strat. You 5-man, you start taking objectives, and you just get ahead and never look back, end the game fairly early. The big heroes that have been doing that recently are Luna and Drow, but it's not a very common playstyle anymore, like I said, since TI4 6.81. And the last kind of group we have are the turtles, as I would say. The turtles are Medusa, Spectre. These guys basically they generally don't farm that fast, and they don't farm as fast as an anti-mage, for example. But basically, they come online later than a hyper farmer. But when they come online, oh, do they ever come online? These are I'm calling them turtlers. You don't have to use them turtle, but basically, you go late, you get your 6 slots on this carry, and generally there's not much the team can do. And for the most part, these carries generally have a sort of like generally have an AoE component. They generally are able to damage everyone, really. It's either that or they're illusion heroes, and they do this. They kind of screw the other team over by split push, Naga Terror Blade. Uh, or you think about Spectre and Medusa, they have huge AoE abilities, do huge AoE damage. That's generally the it's generally either an illusion hero or this AoE factor that you're gonna see these guys fitting into. And anyway, in the context of the meta game, the real thing about carries is where do they fit on this spectrum and how dimensional are they? Like, you think about a hero like Abaddon. If I want to play Abaddon as a carry, he can't farm fast. He fits under the snowball category, kind of. Uh, he can't push fast, and he's not that scary with 6 slots. That's why he's not a popular carry. He's very one-dimensional, just kind of fits into the snowball, and he doesn't even do that very well. He kills very slowly, and he does not, and people can just TP away from him. So that's kind of why he wouldn't be popular as a carry, for example. So, and as well, this goes the other way. You think about Troll. Troll is the most OP hero in the current patch 6.83c, and the reason he is OP is because he fits everywhere, kind of. He pushes very fast. He is terrifying with 6 slots. He farms quite fast as well, and he can certainly kill. I mean, he doesn't He's not incredible. That's kind of the category he fits the least into. He's not an incredible killer, but he certainly can. With the whirling axes, with the bash, the chase potential is there. So, anyway, that's kind of the context of what I'm going to be talking about, guys. Let me know if you like this or not, because I don't want to waste my time. Like I haven't been already. Anyway, that's going to be it for this quick little introductory video on carries. Let me know if you want to see more, or not, for that matter. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.